Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a track guide for the Formula Ford at Lime Rock Park, GP. This lap was done using the fixed setup to match the rookie series for this car, and the track temperature was 39 degrees. If you have any questions regarding the lap or how I could make these guides better, don't hesitate to leave it in the comments. For those who are new here, I usually do a fast lap, then a guided lap where I go through my inputs and my lines, followed by a full speed chase cam lap. Let's get into it. So for turn 1 I brake hard just after the 2 board in a straight line. My brake pressure reaches 70% and then I begin to trail off the brake as I turn into the corner. Initially the rear really wants to step out on entry here, so you can trail some of the throttle to keep the car stable. I hug the inside curb for the first apex and shift down to second just before the end of the curb. I then open the steering slightly to prepare for the second apex. This car gets a lot of rotation when you lift off the throttle, so I use it mid-corner here to get the car turned in. I get back on throttle when I'm at the second curb, and you can use it for some extra rotation. The car will want to drift out to the left here, which is completely fine as there's time before the next corner. I pull the car back over to the right to prepare for this left-hander. I turn in to keep my car around the middle of the track and do 2 things to get rotation. I shift down to second gear very early, and I trail brake until the car begins to point at the curb. I then slowly come back on throttle and use all of the curb on the left. I'm gradual with my throttle input as I want the car to stay to the left of the track to get a good run through the next right-hander. I get back to full throttle at the end of the curb on the left and turn in for the right where the white line begins to straighten out. I take it flat and shift to third gear at the apex. You can take some of the curb on the inside on the right, however it can worsen your exit. This chicane is by far the hardest sequence to get right for me. I begin to brake at the turn in the white line on the left, very hard. My peak brake pressure is around 75% initially, and I shift down through the gears to first very quickly as the engine braking in this car is very strong. I use the curb on the left to allow me to carry more speed through the chicane. I turn in quite early, aiming to get as close to the red sausage curb as possible, and I get back on throttle just before it to carry speed up the hill. From here it should be flat. I get close to the final 2 sausage curbs but don't touch them as they will unsettle the car. The third person perspective shows much better my line through here and where I place my car, so make sure you stay for it. For this right-hander I keep the car in third gear and turn in just before the grass changes colour on the left side of the track. As I turn in I lift to around 40% throttle, again using the lift-off rotation to take the corner faster. I don't take the inside curb as it will make the car wash out on the exit, and I get back on throttle at the inside curb, aiming to use the curb on the exit to carry more speed. For the final corner I just lift slightly at the bottom of the dip. I turn in as I lift for rotation and keep the car in 4th gear. I keep my car tight to the inside curb but don't touch it, and I'm back to full throttle by the end of it. On the exit I use the curb, however the grass will slow you down and could give you an off track if you use too much of it. So that was a lap of Lime Rock GP. The most important thing for this car to extract lap time is to use the pedals to rotate the car more than the steering. It's very responsive to trail braking and lifting off the throttle. In this lap my steering wheel never goes past 90 degrees. If you found this guide helpful, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel. You can also now become a member if you so wish. And I'll leave you with the chase cam lap to the end of the video.